2025 has been a great year for horror so far. We've had movies like Companion and The Monkey to kick off the year. Bring Her Back was a worthy follow up to Talk to Me, and we've seen the return of some great horror movie franchises with 28 Weeks Later and Final Destination Bloodlines. And let's not forget Ryan Coogler's awesome vampire blockbuster Sinners. 2025 is also looking to end very strong too, with the Jordan Peele produced Him, the sequel to 2021's Black Phone, and Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. But right at the epicenter of it all is Weapons, Zach Cregger's new horror effort following his 2022 release Barbarian. Like last year's Longlegs, the marketing for this movie really set the film up for success and generated a bunch of hype. You had the teaser trailer that showed these kids hitting the Naruto run in the middle of the night that really set the tone for the film, and it's probably what hooked everyone in, myself included. Then you had the full trailers, which I kind of thought made the movie look a little more generic, but then once the movie finally released, I started seeing posts on social media that kind of suggested that there was more to this movie than the trailers initially let on. Plus, it recently came out that Jordan Peele parted ways with his management after they couldn't secure the rights to this film. That's enough of a ringing endorsement as anything. Like, you know this movie had to be a banger if Jordan Peele was that upset that he couldn't get the rights to the movie. So with all of that, I just knew I had to go see Weapons myself and form my own opinion. And let me tell you, this movie was worth the hype. Now, Weapons is definitely one of those movies where the less you know going into it, the better. So I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers here. But sorry in advance if I do end up spoiling anything. If you aren't familiar with the premise, the story is about a group of children, all from the same classroom, who mysteriously vanished in the middle of the night. The parents and the school staff then try to grapple with the fallout of this event while figuring out where the kids went. It's this mystery that drives the film and keeps you hooked from start to finish. Weapons does a great job of keeping its cards close to its chest and letting the tension and mystery build up. It knows just when to play its hand, and many of the clues that it does reveal only lead to more questions. It allows the viewer to piece the breadcrumbs together themselves, giving you just enough to infer what's going on without the movie directly telling you what's actually happening, which I always respect. This movie is a rare occurrence where I didn't find the revelations disappointing and was quite satisfied when the pieces finally started to fit together. I feel like that's not always the case when it comes to horror movies or movies that have a mystery that's central to the plot. Like I said before, Weapons is great at building suspense. Cregger utilizes long, uninterrupted tracking shots to really create a sense of dread in the viewers, always keeping them guessing about what's about to come next. The sound design and the music, which Zach Cregger also co-composed, also add to the already uneasy feeling a lot of these scenes give. There are jump scares, but they don't feel cheap like they do in other movies. And along with being scary, there's also a lot of scenes in this movie that are genuinely funny, in a way that only horror movies can be. Like, the ending to this movie is fucking insane, and I loved it. The performances are fine, but I don't think that's the main focus of the movie, and that's okay. Everyone was good, everyone did their part, and that's really all this film needed. I don't think anyone here is going to be nominated for their performance, except maybe one character who kind of stole every scene that they were in, but I'm not going to go into further detail about that. If you're a horror film aficionado, I think there's a few references to other horror movies that you should keep an eye out for. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a reference to a field in England, but I could just be overanalyzing that. Maybe somebody agrees with me. All in all, I'm genuinely feeling a 10 out of 10 on Weapons. I think it was well worth the hype and will be one of the best horror movies of 2025, if not one of the best movies of 2025. So, have you seen Weapons? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. Give me a follow on X and Twitch for more content from me. And give me a follow on Letterboxd where I'm trying to be more active. If you want to check out another one of my videos, I'll leave it up here in the corner. And just a gentle reminder, if you're going to see a movie in a theaters with your friends or your family, please refrain from cracking jokes or talking. You may be entertaining to the people in your group, but you're annoying to everybody else. Please and thank you. Alright, with that being said, I'm Sam Lebowski. Y'all take it easy, dudes. I'll catch you next time.